This upcoming Mercury retrograde, which is going to be in both the signs of Leo and Virgo, is going to be intense. And I wish I was joking, but I'm not. And I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but I want you all to be prepared. A prime example of this is I have been working on a quintessential Mercury retrograde survival guide for this upcoming Mercury retrograde season. And this is going to be featured on my Black Moon Lilith Rising podcast as a 2-hour episode for each of the 12 Zodiac signs. And guess what? I was going to film the last segment today. It's July 30th, so right before Mercury retrograde begins. We're in the shadow period. Come to find out, I go and look at the other clips that I had recorded earlier in the month. I like to do my longer horoscopes in parts. And there's no audio, there's no sound, so none of it I can use. So guess what? I'm coming here on social media to give you a quick rundown on what to expect for each of the 12 zodiac signs for this Mercury retrograde. And I'm so excited for this Mercury retrograde, and we're only in the shadow period, right? Okay, let's get into it. So the shadow period started July 15th and will end August 4th. And the shadow period is like a revving up. This is when Mercury starts to slow down and prepare itself for its retrograde period. And this is when we can start to feel the effects of Mercury retrograde. So I'm sure some of you have been experiencing some themes around miscommunication, complications, delays, arguments, conflicts, themes from the past coming back, people from the past coming back, lovers from the past coming back. And then the official Mercury retrograde cycle begins on August 5th until August 28th. And then there is a post-retrograde shadow period from August 29th until September 12th. Let's get into what each zodiac sign can expect. Aries, it's time for you to take a look at how you are working, what projects you're working on, what's your creative path, what's your creative vision. Mercury retrograde is going to bring up some complications in this area of life. And sometimes these complications happen because it's time to let go of things, work habits, people, work environments that are no longer serving you. Taurus, it's time to tap back into your inner child. Family from the past can be coming back around during Mercury retrograde for you. Themes around how you may have suppressed that playful, lively, fun-loving, free-spirited side of yourself because of certain situations that may have happened in the past. You also could be reinventing your home, redecorating, thinking about moving. I wouldn't suggest signing any new leases or mortgages during this time, but this is a powerful time for you to revise your household. Gemini, this is an emotional cleanup for you. Get ready for some conflicts with family members. Get ready for some conflicts with roommates or people in your home. Maybe there's a lot of clutter and you may be prompted to donate things and get rid of this excess stuff that you have in your life that has been weighing you down. Some of you also may be rethinking creative projects or rethinking what dating looks like to you and what pleasure is and what's enjoyable for you in life. Cancer, your money is in the spotlight, honey. Get ready to rethink your finances, your money, how you monetize your talents, and reclaiming your worth in those areas of your life. It's time to rebudget and rethink what people are paying you, how people are paying you, and how you price yourself or negotiate. This is also a time where you could be rethinking your marketing or rethinking how you articulate yourself in your work and what you do. I wouldn't suggest getting into fights with any trolls on the internet at this time. Leo, this Mercury retrograde is affecting your sign the most, and it's in your sign. And this is going to be all about rewriting who you are. Taking a look at your finances, your money, how you monetize your self-expression, how you monetize your gifts. And this is also a time where you could be looking into your self-worth. Who is not truly valuing your shine? Who is not valuing the gifts? It's time to clean house. Please don't roar too loud. I know there's going to be some conflict coming for you, Leo, and I know you love to roar. But this may be a time to take a moment, take a breath, and think, is this person worth it? Virgo, you are the other zodiac sign that is going to be heavily affected by this Mercury retrograde because Mercury will be in your sign. Mercury is actually a planetary ruler and is typically quite at home in the sign of Virgo, but Mercury is retrograde, remember? And this is shining a light on your shadow. Ways in which you have not nurtured your inner child. Themes around letting go, really cleaning house of ways in which you are too hypercritical of yourself. How is that hypercritique stopping you from being who you are, shining your light, entering into the life path that you want to enter into, entering into the relationships and the contracts that you believe are worth your talent and worth your time and worth your energy. While this is going to feel like a time full of conflict and resistance and challenge, this conflict and this resistance comes up to show us what should be cleansed from our life, rethought, and redone. Libra, it's time to take a look at your peers, your friends, and who you surround yourself with. Are they truly your friends? Are they really being honest with you? Or are they just another hidden enemy? This could also center around work friendships and your peers in that area of life as well. Can you trust them? This Mercury retrograde is bringing that question to the forefront, and it's up to you to decide who should stay and who should leave, and get ready for some friends from the past to come back around and say they've changed. It's up to you to decide if they've actually changed. Scorpio, get ready for a big career overhaul. That's where you shine. That's where you are the star of the show. But we've got to get through this Mercury retrograde first. So prepare for a past contact or someone you know to come forth with an opportunity or an offer. And this could be something that places you more in the spotlight. This could be through your friends, this could be through your network, this is like through a DM or social media. And as a result, this can bring up some of the self-worth challenges. And it's going to be a big time of internal transformation so you can show up to this new opportunity as your best self and your highest self. No self-sabotage here, okay? Sagittarius, I typically don't recommend you travel, but life has to go on, and I'm going to be traveling to Mercury retrograde, so do what you got to do. But you could be traveling abroad or to a faraway place during Mercury retrograde, and you could experience some delays, some complications, some challenges. So it's important to plan in advance. Some of you also may decide to strengthen your skills in what you do for a living, in your profession, and attend school, or rewrite and re-look at what the details of your career and what actually feeds your soul and what doesn't anymore. So this travel opportunity could give you a moment of clarity and a moment of growth, but there are some conflicts that can come up in your career, and sometimes conflict is needed in order for us to make a change. Capricorns, get ready to rewrite your shared resources. If any of you Capricorns are in a serious commitment, in a relationship, in a marriage, and you share money, there is going to be some conflict that comes up around this. Also, if any of you, if you're single or even if you're attached and you're dealing with debt and loans, there is going to be a big awakening moment for you in how you can rid yourself of this burden financially. And also, if you're in a relationship, how can you balance the scales so that both of you are receiving what you need and feel happy in the relationship? Travel could be in the stars as well for you too, Capricorn. So definitely be mindful and plan ahead when you are traveling. Aquarius, get ready for some relationship shadow work. I know you don't want to hear this, but this Mercury retrograde is placing the spotlight on your relationships, both business and personal. Does this person drown out your light, or do they champion who you truly are and fully accept you for all of your eccentricities? Big questions this Mercury retrograde. And Pisces, you are going to be looking at your relationships with more practicality and taking a look at the details. I know you can be romantic, but it's time to have discernment. Prepare for some conflicts that will lead to major change in who you're partnered with. There also may be some challenges at work. Beware of that as well too. Is someone taking the credit for your creations?